Taurus, something that you have wanted to create or manifest for a very long time has finally arrived. It is here. It has landed, and sooner than later it is going to birth itself and materialize in the physical world. So the question is, are you ready? The theme of your reading is birth. And at the bottom of the deck is memory. When I look at that memory card, I just feel like you have been desiring this thing for years, if not decades, if not the totality of your life. For some of you, it may also be a desire that was passed down through your family line. So that would be like an unrealized dream of your parents or grandparents, for example. Whether or not that is the case, this just feels like a heart-centered desire, and therefore it will be a love-filled creation. So much energy and focus and love and intention has been consciously or unconsciously poured into this thing over time, and now it's finally ready to emerge. In the past, you may have tried to bring this about in some way, maybe multiple times in the past, but it didn't work out, or it did not, it wasn't fully formed, and it didn't become the sort of highest ideal vision that you had in mind. And in retrospect now, I think you can see how it wasn't ready, or you weren't ready. The puzzle pieces of your life just weren't locked into place yet in such a way that this creation could be ushered into life. But now you're realizing that everything has unfolded perfectly in such a way that you have become the kind of person who can steward this into existence. When I look at the birth card, I feel like this creation is more or less already physically here. It's just like the last link in the chain is being closed. And I feel like the chain is its physical connection to you. So very, very soon, I feel like it's going to manifest. And it's almost like it's waiting for the signal from you that you're ready for it. It's mostly ready. So now is the time to prepare, right? The question is coming to mind. This is a journal prompt in my journal prompt deck. If you knew that what you wanted was going to arrive in exactly 1 week, what would you do differently now? Okay, play around with that. All right, let's go into tarot. I am using the Green Menagerie Tarot for you, as I so often do, because this deck just loves your energy. Okay. Show me Taurus. Show me Taurus's general energy, please, Spirit. Two of Swords. I'm hearing holding off. Maybe you are not convinced that you're ready. You are standing at a choice point here to commit to this thing or not to commit to it, to see it to fruition or not, to make those final little adjustments in your life that would totally line you up with channeling this thing or not. This feels like a really big deal. It just feels like a really big deal. Like, who you have to be in order to channel this thing is you in your power, maybe in a way that you've not accessed before or in a very long time. So there is some hesitation here in your energy. But I feel like you're about to break through it. Clarify the Two of Swords. Well, tell me, what are the two things that Taurus is trying to decide between? What are the two things that Taurus is trying to decide between? The Chariot. Full steam ahead. Yes, heck yes, let's do this. Versus, okay, I think there's two here that flipped over. Yes, okay. Four of Pentacles with the Hierophant, which is you. Oh, yeah. Please choose the Chariot. So it feels almost like you're teetering in between. Full commitment, full steam ahead. Yes, I am going to 100% devote myself to this new path, this new creation, seeing things through all the way, no matter what happens. That versus no, actually, I'd like to just keep things exactly as they are, because the creation that wants to come through me is requiring me to step into a version of myself that scares me. So, no, I'm just gonna stay here, all closed off and scared, but at least I'm safe, right? Safe in my familiar territory. That's really technically very uncomfortable. So that's why it's the Two of Swords, because the Two of Swords is about choosing between a rock and a hard place. You feel like either way, whether you commit 100% to this thing or you don't, there's pain involved. And that's probably true, at least at first, right? So which pain would you rather choose? The pain of the familiar, old, humdrum, unrealized dreams, or the pain of expansion into everything you've ever wanted? All right, so what's the primary challenge? What is the challenge that Taurus is facing, Spirit? The Tower. Clarify the Tower. Judgment. Wow. This is like all illusion in your life is falling, and there's really no stopping it. You're, with this Four of Pentacles and the Hierophant, again, it's kind of like maybe you're trying to stop this wave of momentum that comes with the creation coming through you. You're like, no, wait. I mean, it is almost like giving birth. Okay, imagine that you are giving birth to a human child, right? It would be like that moment when the contractions, I've never given birth, so I don't know exactly how it goes, but that moment when like the contractions start and it's like it's coming, and your response is like, no, stop. But you can't stop it. You can't stop it. You fight it and suffer, or you ride the wave, right? This is your challenge. Ride the wave of some kind of illusion crumbling, a major ending, the clearing of the path so that this creation can come through. And that's ultimately what you want. I feel like deep down, this is your calling. This is your higher or highest path. All forces in the universe want you to choose the Chariot, which is a different version of yourself. It's a different version of yourself. That's really what creating something is, or that's the magic of creating something you've never created before. It's becoming the version of yourself who can do it, right? So all these limiting beliefs that you've held about yourself and your life, they're false. They're false. And they're crumbling. And that's scary. It can be really scary or really, really overwhelming. Tell me why this is the challenge, please, Spirit. Why is this the primary challenge that Taurus is facing? Nine of Cups. Hang on, let me just channel right through this. Well, there is some part of you that's saying, yeah, but like I'm satisfied with where I am. I'm okay. I'm good. Yep. It's good enough. Things are good enough. I'd rather just keep good enough. And yes, technically I might be passing up on something even better, even more expansive, even more empowering and magical, but like, yeah, it's not worth it, because truly in some way you are satisfied by your life. There is emotional fulfillment in your life, and maybe you're afraid of losing it. Maybe you feel like in order to line up with this creation, you're going to have to become such a different version of yourself that you're going to lose things you care about. Or this sense of contentedness that you've curated over time is getting really shaken up. Like, maybe I'm not as content as I thought I was. Maybe content isn't good enough. Is it? I don't know. What's the advice? Advice for Taurus. Okay. Six of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, so things are definitely going to have to be rearranged in some way, but I'm hearing the upheaval you're fearing is unnecessary. You can bring greater energetic balance and harmony into your life. You can create some kind of energetic opening here while still staying grounded. It does not have to look like upheaval. Clarify this Six of Pentacles, Spirit. I'm also hearing give back. Give back. Queen of Pentacles. More Pentacles. Your home element of earth here. Leaning into the beauty. Oh, I'm getting chills. Yep. Ooh. Leaning into the beauty that is your home element of earth. You naturally do have this ability to just stay grounded and steady and consistent, even in the face of a Tower card. Even in the face of a Tower card. So I would definitely invite you to reflect on the positive light expressions of the element of earth and the shadow expressions of earth. This is the shadow expression of earth energy, right? Stuck, stubborn. Well, stubborn isn't always a bad thing. So I take that back. But this is like, I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing because content is good enough. Stuck, right? Versus the more exalted qualities of earth, which I feel are being beautifully, beautifully represented here. It's just, I just get this feeling of steadiness. There's a kind of spaciousness in your being that comes with being so grounded. 444 on the timer, talk about being steady and secure. Creating or leaning into the foundation of your home element. Just give me one more second here. I want to tune in a little bit deeper to this. There's also something here about being willing to take support or receive help. It's interesting because I heard give back, but when I look at the Six of Pentacles and I ask which one is Taurus here, it's the guy on the ground receiving the pentacles, receiving the help and the support, receiving the charity. So that's interesting. Maybe being willing to receive help from someone is actually a form of helping them. Okay? Definitely open up to other people supporting your creation coming through. It may even be a co-creation or a collaboration, right? And then there's this beautiful feminine energy with the Queen of Pentacles. To bring anything to life, you've got to be nurturing, right? You don't force it to life. You don't, you know, again, thinking about giving birth to a human. You're not really forcing something to happen. Even though it might be painful at times, it's more of an allowing. That's what nurturing really is, right? So step into this nurturing energy. Maybe nurture yourself as you move through the shedding of all illusion you hold about yourself, who you really are and what you really want. Okay. Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Well, this would be like self-deception. Self-deception. Doing mental gymnastics to try to avoid what you're being called to do or create. You're definitely releasing that. And stepping into this like steady, grounded, nurturing energy is really going to help to alchemize that. All right, let's get a journal prompt for you from my journal prompt deck. Journal prompt for Taurus, Spirit. Number 27. Did you get this last time? I don't think so. I can't remember. What is the one thing you're truly in control of? That is the perfect question to ask yourself when you're facing any kind of tower card moment, whether it's an internal tower card or an external tower card or both. Because tower card moments make you feel like you're out of control. And therefore they make you connect even more deeply to that one thing you are in control of, which is your relationship to yourself, right? That's my answer to this question, but answer it for yourself and see where it takes you. So in some way, the fact that this creation is almost here and you can feel it, it's like right there, the fact that it is almost materializing and it's so close, it might be overwhelming you and freaking you out a little bit and making you feel out of control. Yeah. Okay. But are you really? Are you really? You do have free will. I believe that. You can choose to stay where you are, not bring it through. Nope. No, thank you. Or you can choose expansion. It's up to you. Let's get a closing message from Alice the Wonderland Oracle. Closing message for Taurus, please, Spirit. Ho, 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 ho. Number 41, which reduces to 5, change, disruption, tower card moments. Forget who you are. Conditioning falls away. Memory no longer defines you. Whoa. Okay, tying it all the way back to the memory card from the very beginning. Maybe there are some limiting beliefs that you can't bring this through, you're not capable or ready yet because in the past it didn't work out. But now you know those limiting beliefs, they're an illusion. It's not that you're not capable or it's not meant for you. If something is in your heart, if a desire is in your heart, I believe wholeheartedly that it is meant for you. It's just that it wasn't time, right? This is so beautiful. Okay, let's go to the guidebook. I'm so excited. Okay. You are amidst a new experience, one in which you have no idea of who you are anymore. That's such a powerful place to be. Paradoxically, this apparent loss of self is a beautiful gift. The loss of memory of the self, the absence of the conditioning that defines us, means we can approach new people and situations with an innocence and freshness. This is an opportunity to connect from the heart. So it is with Alice when she enters a looking glass forest with magical powers. All who enter forget who they are. Thus, not knowing he ought to be frightened of a human, a fawn approaches Alice. She responds with an incredible fondness for the fawn, and they meet in simple affection, connection, and friendship. Makes me think of that Six of Pentacles. There's someone who can help you, I believe, create this thing. When we forget what we have been taught to fear or hate, it brings the opportunity for a whole series of beautiful relationships to blossom. This is the situation you find yourself in now. Forget what you tell yourself you are. Forget what others have said you ought to be. Forget the enmity and the enmity, the avoidance, the fear we live with far too often. Forget who you have been taught to be. Instead, reawaken to the innocence of the soul. Unknow thyself. Accept the mystery of you within that open space, within that forest where we are all returned to our ancient, most natural self. We can all be one again. Perfect. Thank you so much for letting me read for you, Taurus. I hope this was helpful or at least thought-provoking. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I would love to hear from you. And as always, I'll be putting this journal prompt as well as several others in the description box. They will help you to process all of this and get ready to usher this beautiful thing into existence. I appreciate you. Thank you for spending some time with me, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.